One thing we haven't touched on, of course, is that in addition to all of this, and it's mind-boggling that there could be yet an addition, but you are also a composer. Um, well, I'm always a little hesitant to tally up because you're so productive. I never know how close I am to being current, but many concert pieces, 2 symphonies, a flute concerto, a violin concerto. Um,
Well, I think of composing, Robert. A composer's a composer. I guess that's someone whose profession, whose occupation, principal activity is writing, and that's been mine for these past couple of decades. And I haven't written a lot of concert music, but I have written those pieces you mentioned and a few other things. Mostly, really, for relief from the commercial work that I've done. If I would do 2 or 3 films, for example, Robert, I would say to myself, I don't want to do a film just now. Maybe it's better if I can write a cello concerto or write a little wind quintet or a piano sonata, an overture, something like that, or work on my violin concerto, for example. I worked for 3 or 4 years on that. And that's what I've done. And I like to, like most composers, always have something on my piano that's not finished. Always something some kind of work in progress that's there, that needs attention.
mhm.
That's part of my current way of feeling. And if it gets finished, fine. If it doesn't, fine. But I think it's very important. Anybody who writes, any of your listeners who write novel or poem, whatever they ever do, I think the act of doing it is the important thing. Always be in the habit of do a little bit every day. And that's what I do. If I'm not working on a picture, I write for a half an hour. I don't say I do it every day, but if I'm off for 2 weeks, I find myself the third week getting back to the piano to write something out of habit or out of a wish to keep sharp.
Well, it's certainly a testament to your own sense of self-discipline, how much you have managed to get finished, doing a little bit each day, from day to day.
That's that's the way all things are done. Little mini steps, and you look back, and suddenly there's an edifice of some kind there.
Well, I thank you very, very much for sharing some of what you do with us on this day when we've devoted a good portion of the program to one facet of your life, writing for films.
Well, Robert, thank you, and I'm glad we finally had a chance to have a nice chat, and I'm very glad that you asked me. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, John Williams.